Facebook?
No.
Oh, pues pusiste más.
Miraba yo.
Cuidado que es la prima. Cuidado que es la prima.
Por eso les digo que no.
Así te hace.
¿Tiene frente? ¿Ah? Ya lo puedo ver el aire caliente. Aquí parado. Dijo cómo estamos, no cómo estamos. Por ejemplo, Esperanza es que le gustaron just call me, right? No comemos esto, Mario, ¿verdad? Es que todo el mundo tiene boca.
I see you later, okay?
Wait. You come yesterday.
Ya con eso.
All right.
Tengo un pechito de
Okay. All right, so
Ay, mañana trae otro sambo.
raise your hand if you were not here yesterday. You weren't here yesterday? Really? Okay. If you were not here yesterday, you have a test today. Okay? Now, your group right there, Eusebius is not here today. Okay? So you guys have to work on the project yourself. Eusebius would have to take a test now. Okay? Is anybody missing from your group? Is anybody missing from your group?
We all here.
Yeah? Who's the other member of your group?
Miguel and Miguel.
Oh, Miguel, that's right. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Trey, Gustavo, Esperanza, you guys have to take a test today. But the test is open note. Okay? I'll pass out all your packets. I already gave it back to them yesterday. That way you can use your packets for your notes. The you rather take a test or do the project? You're already halfway through the project. Okay? You can do it again. Okay? So, what I want to do is I want to go through a quick review about the empires that we've been learning about. Okay? Do I have everybody's cell phones? Cell phones, Christian? Come on. Come on, it's your first day of school. What's wrong with you guys? Oh, you too? Oh, right here first, of course, right? Doesn't matter what number. Okay, so I want to go through a little diagram review, and I'll leave it on the board too, so you guys can refer to it when you guys work on your project or when you work on your test. Okay. Now I want you to know that test is 70 questions. 70 questions. Okay. So you guys have to pay attention to this review here. So we learned about a lot of empires. Can anybody name one of the empires? Assyrians, good. So Assyrian Empire? Okay. Was a Kush kingdom. Okay. So, but we're going to do Nubian or Kush, right? Okay. What else? Hittites. Come on, man. No, Hittites are not part of this. Hittites are not part of this. Anybody else? The Chinese Empire? Which dynasty? Qin. The Qin dynasty, okay? So I'll put Chinese Qin dynasty. Okay, what else? The Xia. Oh, Xia, but that's before. That's a long time ago. We only learned about the Chinese Qin, because this is their first empire.
So what are we talking about right now?
The empires. Which one came before the Nubians? Which one did the Nubians take over?
New Kingdom.
Of what?
Egypt.
Of Egypt. So Egypt's new kingdom. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 empires that you're going to have a test on and that you're doing a project on. Okay? Now, which one is away from everybody? Which empire is the farthest from China? China. Because if you think about it, all these empires right here, they all happen right here, right? China is in China, very far away. So these 3 empires will interact with one another. China, they're by themselves because they're isolated. Okay? So let's kind of start off with Egypt. Okay? So we have Egypt. Okay? They have a new kingdom. They have a new kingdom. They're doing very well. They're building, they have kicked out the Hyksos, and they have slaves, right? Who are their slaves? The Hebrews, good. Now, the Hebrews will get their freedom during the New Kingdom. That was called the Exodus, right? With Moses, remember? And the 10 plagues. But even though they lose the slaves, the Hebrews as slaves, the New Kingdom still survives. The New Kingdom does well. Now, Egypt's New Kingdom, they go to war with the Hittites. Okay? Do they win the war? No, what happens? They stop and they make very good. They sign a peace treaty. Okay, so they sign a peace treaty. So they sign a peace treaty. They're fine. They're fine. Okay? But then now we have a new group of people called the Sea People. These Sea People, you don't have to write about it in your project. We don't know much about these Sea People. Okay? So that's why we're not doing a big thing on them. But these Sea People come and they attack the Hittites and they destroy the Hittite Empire and burn down their capital, Hattusas. The Sea People then attack Egypt's New Kingdom and destroy Egypt. Egypt, the government is destroyed. But there are still people there, right? Okay. Now, when Egypt is destroyed, the Nubians will take over. Okay? The Nubians have a region under Egypt. They rise to power because there's no one else. So Nubians will take over Egypt, and they make a kingdom called the Kush, the Kush Kingdom. Does anybody remember their most powerful king? Nope, that's Egypt. Pankai. Pankai is their leader, and he takes them to great heights. They build a huge empire. They take over Egypt. Now, do they burn everything down in Egypt? What do they do to Egyptian culture? They preserve it. They preserve Egyptian culture. Why? Why do they do that? Egypt used to rule them. Why would they want to keep things Egypt?
They thought it was their duty.
They what?
They think it was their job.
It's not they thought it was their job, but they speak Egyptian. They write in Egyptian hieroglyphics because Egypt has controlled them for so long that it's part of their culture as well. Okay? So they preserve Egyptian culture. Now, their empire does not flourish for a long period of time. The Assyrians come in, and remember the Assyrians, they kick ass. They're a warlike people. And these Assyrians will come in, and they're going to take over Egypt. Okay? They invade Egypt, they invade Mesopotamia, they invade Anatolia. They create this big kingdom. Now, the Nubians or the Kush, they can't stay there or they'll die. So they leave. They leave and they go to a place, Meroe. They go south. They go south to a city called Meroe. Okay?
They
Now-
still live over there?
Huh?
They still live over there?
This is like 4,000 years ago. Okay?
There's still people like.
Yeah, there's still people there. Okay? Now, but I don't think they're called. There's no more Kush kingdom. There's no more Nubians really. Okay? You know. So when they moved to Meroe, do they have a good life or a bad life? Good. They traded. They had resources. They had a great time in Meroe. Okay? However, these Assyrians took over the region. These Assyrians are warlike people. Okay? They have chariots, they have iron weapons, but they also have a lot of enemies. Remember, they're the ones that told the people, if you don't pay us a tax, if you don't pay us a tribute, we will come and we will burn down your village and kick everybody out. Okay? They will exile people. Okay? Now, these Assyrians created an empire that lasted for a long time, like 400 years, but everybody hated the Assyrians. Because everybody hated the Assyrians, two big civilizations would attack them. The Medes and the Chaldeans. The Medes and the Chaldeans team up and they attack the Assyrians. And they win. When they attack the Assyrians, the Chaldeans would take over. And remember the guy Nebuchadnezzar? He built the hanging gardens with all the flowers and the trees, right? That was for his wife. So he was part of the Chaldeans. It's called the hanging gardens. The hanging gardens. It's kind of like, you know, gardens hanging from the building, right? Now, after Nebuchadnezzar died, the empire slowly got weak and weak and weak, and then it just kind of fell apart. But the Assyrians, they're gone as well. Now, one empire that we haven't talked about, that you've got to mention, number 4, is the Persian Empire. The Persian Empire. Now, in this region, look at it. Nubians went down south. Egypt is gone. The Medes and the Chaldeans are gone. The Assyrians are gone. There's no one around anymore. So the Persians start building and building, and it's very easy for them to build and get bigger. With the Persians, they had 3 powerful kings. Does anybody remember their names? No, not Ramses. Cyrus, good. Number 2. Cambyses, good. And number 3? Good, Darius. Okay. Now, who is Cambyses? The son of Cyrus. Who is Darius? You see the son of Cambyses? Bodyguard. He's a bodyguard. Very good. Okay. Now, was Cyrus a good ruler? Yes.
Yeah.
Was Cambyses a good ruler? No. Why was he not a good ruler?
Because he wanted to fight.
He loved war.
Yeah.
And he treated people very cruel, with disrespect.
Then he killed him if they didn't listen to what he wanted.
Yeah.
He burned the temple church.
He burned other people's religions, the images of their gods, specifically the Egyptians. Okay? So people hated him. So when he died, everybody was like, no, we don't want to be the ruler ruled under the Persians. So a lot of people rebelled. Darius came. He spent years putting down the rebellion, and he brought peace to the empire. Was Darius a good ruler? Yes, he was. Darius built a road for the Persian Empire. What was that road called? The royal